Let's understand statement and assumptions in this video. Have you ever read a short statement and then had to decide what it quietly assumes? This skill shows up in exams, interviews, and everyday decisions, so it is useful. An assumption is something we accept as true without proof to make sense of a statement. When an assumption clearly follows from the statement, we call it implicit, which means true or relevant. If an assumption is not supported or it adds unrelated or extreme ideas, we call it explicit, which means false or not relevant here. The golden rule is simple. Use logic, common sense, and what the statement actually says. Tip 1. Watch for extreme words like every, none, only, or all. These usually make an assumption false. Tip 2. Never bring in facts that are outside the statement. Stick to what is said. Tip 3. If the statement talks about the present, but the assumption talks about past or future, it is usually false. Tip 4. If an assumption contradicts the statement, it is false. Tip 5. If the statement is general and the assumption is very specific, the assumption is usually false. Now let us try solved questions. To make this clear, we will read each question and work it out step by step. Question number 1. The statement says, the government has asked financial institutions to lower interest rates for agricultural loans. Assumption 1 says, this will increase per hectare productivity in future. This assumption talks about the future and adds extra cause and effect. So it is explicit or false here. Assumption 2 says, this will help farmers pay less interest and increase profits. This follows logically. Lower interest means farmers pay less interest, which can increase profit. So this is implicit or true. Answer for question 1. Only assumption 2 is implicit. Question number 2. The statement says, if he is smart, he will crack the interview. Assumption 1 says, to crack an interview, smartness is required. This follows from the statement, so it is implicit. Assumption 2 says, he will definitely crack the interview. We cannot conclude that for sure from the statement, so this is explicit. Answer for question 2, only assumption 1 is implicit. Question number 3. The statement says, sunlight is a good source of vitamin D. Assumption 1 says, sun is the only source of vitamin D. This is not mentioned and is stronger than the statement, so it is explicit. Assumption 2 says, vitamin D is obtained in very small amounts from the sun. This contradicts the idea of sunlight being a good source, so it is explicit. Answer for question 3. Neither assumption 1 nor 2 is implicit. Question number 4. The statement says, if Ram studies hard, he will get first rank. Assumption 1 says, Ram will study hard, and assumption 2 says, he will not study hard. Both cannot be true together. So the correct choice is either one or the other. Question number 5. The statement says, to regain market share, company X will launch new products. Assumption 1 says, company X is incurring heavy losses. This is not stated and is explicit. Assumption 2 says, there are many competitors in the market. This follows logically, so it is implicit. Answer for question 5. Only assumption 2 is implicit. So, what do we learn from this? Look for direct support from the statement. Avoid extremes. Do not add unrelated ideas and use common sense. Let us quickly remember the steps. Read the statement, understand it, check if the assumption follows logically, and rule out extremes or irrelevant points. So today we learned clear tips and worked through 5 solved examples to build skill and speed. Keep practicing these rules, stay calm during tests, and logic will guide you. Thank you for listening. Keep learning at EduRev and take small steps each day to get better.